Our poll question at Rich Eisen Show is a simple one. Who do you believe is playing in the Super Bowl? Essentially, who wins Championship Sunday? And it is going to be a dynamite Sunday of action. It is going to be intense. I do believe that you have closely matched teams, even though the matchups are rematches of Week 6 contests that were, in one case, a blowout of Tampa over Green Bay, or a game that was closer in the final score than it appeared to be between the Bills and the Chiefs. And that Week 6 game that was supposed to be a Thursday night short week game in Western New York turned out to be a Tuesday night game the following week due to all sorts of COVID-related snafus involving teams other than the Chiefs and the Bills. It was just a game that needed to be pushed because of scheduling problems. And the Chiefs essentially in that Week 6 game, and Jimmy talked about it with Travis Kelce, who I do believe joined us for the first of 2 times in the regular season on this show. He called in, if I'm not mistaken, and did confirm that what Baldy showed on his Baldy breakdowns on his Twitter feed is the Chiefs ran about 3 or 4 running plays 10 times each.
Yeah.
They saw that the Bills were understaffed defensively. I think Matt Milano was out, and they just jammed it down the Bills' throat. I don't think it's an exaggeration. They ran it for almost 250 yards rushing, and they ran it 40 times. And it was a night that I don't think will be repeated on Sunday, is essentially what I'm saying, is that the Bills are a hotter team than they were in Week 6. They're a healthier team than they were in Week 6. And I think the Chiefs are going to have definitely more trouble running the football on this front that was able to corral Lamar and J.K. Dobbins successfully in the divisional round. So, and Brady pointed out, to the Saints' detriment, that the regular season can be reversed, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to prove that to Tampa this weekend. It's tough to bet against Tom Brady, but I think, as you know, I chose Bills and Packers to make the Super Bowl at the outset of the playoffs, thanks to my 9-year-old Coop saying, Dad, let's go with this one. And I think that's the one that I'm going with. I don't know where Packers-Bills rates on our poll question, though, Christopher. I would imagine that would be DFL on the poll question.
Packers-Bills?
Yes, sir.
No, 33% say Packers-Bills.
Oh, boy.
But the leader, guys, is Packers-Chiefs, 43%.
Oh, boy. Chiefs-Packers would be phenomenal. Because you got the 2-1 seeds, right? 2-1-2. Rematch. You're talking rematches, right? Talking rematches.
1 and 2.
Super Bowls 1 and 2. Everybody thought that would be possible last year in the 100th NFL season.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be amazing if you get those rematches? It's rematch central, right? And so old school, we'll see a lot of old footage. But when Mahomes first started being Mahomes, all right, when Mahomes first showed you, oh gosh, not only can he throw, he can throw on the run. And not only can he throw on the run, he can uncork a pass that you did not think he could throw from that position of his body and with that arm angle and all that. The first person who everyone compared Mahomes to was Aaron Rodgers. At least I did. I know there's a lot of Favre gunslinger conversation about him and toughness and whatever, but the whole concept of I'm just going to flip it with my left hand was a little bit Favre-esque. You know, Brett completed his first career pass, don't forget, to himself.
Yep.
That's how the Favre wildness was born in the NFL. But truly, the athletic talent and arm strength and ability to avoid the rush and be very difficult to put down on the ground, Aaron Rodgers was the first one you think of. And you got 2 offenses that are, you know, in a way, second to none. And that would be an amazing matchup.
Amazing.
And then Willie McGinnis mentioned hour number 2. If it's Bucks versus the Chiefs, the GOAT versus the kid. I mean, that's what you're going to hear, right? GOAT, kid. By the way, this just in, it is an animal reference. Goat and kid. That's what you call a baby goat. As a
kid.
Do you understand what I'm saying
I
about
know
these
what you're
animals,
saying.
Chris?
I feel you. I don't know why we're getting contentious.
I don't know.
So
Just
Friday,
to get us
baby.
excited that Brady would be in the Super Bowl after all this, and who's the one standing in his way trying to win back-to-back himself, just like Brady was in his, let me get this right. It was Brady's second year that he won, then third, fourth, fifth year. So he would be trying to beat Brady to the back-to-back punch.
Ooh.
How about that?
It's hard to keep all of Brady's Super Bowls in.
There's a lot.
Andy Reid, Bruce Arians, two coaches that ran out of F's to give a very long time ago, right? You know, some of the best offensive weaponry. The Bucs, as you can even make an argument with all due respect to Aaron Jones and Devontae Adams, that you got Antonio Brown and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Tom Brady and Gronk. Versus Kelsey, the 287s, right?
A lot of great storylines, man.
Then let's swap out the Chiefs for the Bills. And how many times have the Bills gotten their brains beaten in by Tom Brady? We've lost track. We've lost track. That you could also say that when the Pagulas bought the team from Ralph Wilson, the real owner of the Bills is Tom Brady still and always will be. And Bills fans are throwing stuff at their radios and TV sets right now because it's the truth. And even last year when the Bills were becoming, a better team and a playoff team, they still got swept by New England, and Brady is Brady. And could you imagine the Bills finally make it back and they lose again? And it's Tom Brady.
Right.
That's the one that's making them lose again, to lose to Tom Brady again. Or, hey, you want to beat the best? You want to be the best? You got to beat the best? You want to finally say that we are not the same old Bills? We're going to beat Tom friggin' Brady. Kid from Firebaugh, California, who also grew up a 49er fan, just like Tom Brady. He's going to come in and he's going to be just like Tom Brady and say, I am going to win this when no one expects it to happen. That's that one. And then you swap out Brady for Green Bay. And, you got a bunch of blue-collar fans, Packer fans like the cheese on their heads, and, Bills fans like to jump into a vat of it. I'm grasping. I'm grasping here.
On fire.
Cheeseheads versus the Mafia.
They have those chicken wing hats, too.
And Allen versus Green Bay. Matt LaFleur versus Sean McDermott. We will be having to, pull out quite a bit to try and get some sort of connective tissue. Jim Kelly wore 12. They have their own 12. Bills Mafia. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get there here.
Yeah.
But it'd still be a hell of a matchup.
Any of them will.
I know any of them will. I know we're in great shape, but that's the one that I think is going to happen.
Me too.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.